So this is a very quick tutorial explaining how you can connect Higgsfield to ChatGPT so that you can generate designs or videos directly inside ChatGPT using its agentic powers. And also we are going to add what's so-called a skill or a controller to our ChatGPT so that we can control our Higgsfield credit spending. We're going to need a Higgsfield account and a ChatGPT account to do the settings. So from inside your ChatGPT account, if you have a paid account, you will find this Codex icon visible. Press on it and this will take you to this screen where you will be asked to download the Codex app. Codex is the official ChatGPT coder that we're going to use to connect Higgsfield to ChatGPT. You can download it for your Windows, install it. It's very simple. Follow the steps and then open it. And once you open the Codex app, you will find a very similar interface. Make sure that you are signing in using the same ChatGPT account that you have. Then from the projects tab, just add a new project. Start from scratch. Name your project anything. I'm going to name it My Design Project. Cute Worms, just any name. Now inside the prompt box, if we ask the Codex, can you generate images? If yes, which AI models do you have access to? Since Codex is a ChatGPT app, it has access to just the GPT image models, but this is the answer we got. Yes, I can generate and edit images in this chat. I don't get a scalable list of image models. So basically it does not have access to the full AI image generation or video generation models that we need. So we are going to connect it to Higgsfield to add these powers to Codex, and this is going to happen using what's so-called MCP. So let's go to our Higgsfield account, press on the MCP tab and copy this custom connector. This is the connector, or this is the link. And we're going to go back to our chat box and write install this and paste the link. So we're basically asking Codex to connect or install this MCP, which is going to connect it to our Higgsfield account. So everything we need to do, we are just going to ask ChatGPT to do it for us. We are not going to do anything ourselves. So we are just waiting for its reply, and now it starts working on connecting Higgsfield. It will ask you for some permissions. Just keep allowing the permissions, and then it will open a window, basically your browser, to connect your Higgsfield account. So follow the steps, connect your Higgsfield account, press on the allow button, and the authentication is now complete. So if we go back to our chat box, we can see that the Higgsfield is now installed. However, you might need to restart your Codex application, or at least open a new chat if you want to check if the Higgsfield is now connected or not. So simply let's press on the new chat, and I'm going to write, and I'm going to test if it has access to Higgsfield. And the answer is yes, Higgsfield tools are available here. So let's go and press on the settings and press on the MCP servers. And here we can see that the Higgsfield MCP is switched on, which means we have now connected Higgsfield to our Codex/ChatGPT, and we can use all the Higgsfield tools of AI design models, whether image generation, video generation, etc., inside the Codex and the ChatGPT app. And if we press on add server, we can even add this manually, but for the sake of this video, which is dedicated for beginners, it's easier to use Codex itself by asking it to install the MCP like we did in a couple of minutes ago. And by the way, you can switch this MCP on and off if you would like to disconnect Higgsfield from your Codex account and switch it on again if you would like to have it back. Now let's open a new chat. And this time I'm going to ask it to use the Higgsfield MCP to create a t-shirt design of a cute cat playing with a ball using the GPT Image 2 model and the Flux model. By the way, it even understands the prompt with lots of spelling mistakes, and it now recalls the Higgsfield image generator to use the Flux and the GPT Image 2 model to generate the designs. And every time you get a request, you can simply press on the allow button. And here we got the 2 images generated. So I'm simply asking it to show me the results here, and it is going to pull up the results inside the generation chat. So it showed me an empty image, and all I did is to ask it to show me the image because I cannot see it. And it worked on the image, and here is the generated image, and it even generated the image and added to the folder that we have created. So now we have the image inside our chat box and also added and downloaded to our folder, which we have created at the beginning of the chat. So this is the Flux design, just a simple cute vector image. And I asked it to show me the second GPT image 2 design, and here is the GPT image 2 design also added to our folder. Very nice image. So now we have managed to connect our codex to the Higgsfield account, and if we go to our Higgsfield dashboard and press on the assets folder, we get to see the generated images inside our account, which means that everything is working fine. The images are generated and saved inside our Higgsfield account and also downloaded to our folder. Now moving on to the second part of the video, we can use our Codex account to do a research and later on ask it to generate results or designs based on that research. So I'm going to ask it to redo a research on Merch by Amazon and Redbubble and suggest 5 trending print-on-demand niche designs so that I can choose an idea at the end. And here I get a couple of ideas about niches and about current trending print-on-demand ideas based on the research Codex is working on. So instead of asking it to generate designs directly based on this research, I would like to do something different. And this is what we mentioned at the beginning of the video. We're going to add a skill to control our credit spending of Higgsfield. So to do that, simply press on the plugins and you will find 2 tabs at the top. Press on the skills tab and you will find all the skills that are connected or available to be connected to the Codex. And if you press on the Manage tab, you will get to see different items like the MCPs, the apps, the skills. So without going into details, we are going to press on the Create button and create a skill. And this will open this Skill Creator tab. And here we can upload a skill by pressing on the Add Files tab and upload a skill that is going to control our credit spending. I'll leave this skill file in the description of this video. You just need to add it to the skill creator window and write that you would like to add the attached skill. And what Codex is going to do is to use the skill creator guidance to create the added skill. And now it's reading that the skill is named Higgsfield Token Helper, and it is going to create a skill for you based on the uploaded file. And every time we would like to use the skill, we just need to add it to our prompt box, as we're going to see before writing any prompt, to activate the skill every time we want to generate images. So all what is going now is Codex is installing the skill, and it might ask you for some permissions. You just need to allow the permissions, and eventually the install copy is finalized and you have your skill. The Higgsfield Token Helper is now installed. And to activate this skill, you just need to go to a new chat window and start by writing the slash, and this will show you all the available skills and plugins on your Codex. And if we go to the alphabetical order, we will find the Higgsfield Token Helper installed. Just press on it to activate it, and now we can simply add our prompt to it. So we can now ask it to generate the designs that we want and see how this skill is going to react. I asked it to generate a design based on the research that it did. I asked it to generate idea number 3, the patriotic barbecue summer party design, to create t-shirt designs suitable for Merch by Amazon. And the difference now while activating this skill and using it compared to before is that it is going to run the script of the skill before generating the design. And this skill mainly can do 2 things. it is going to enhance the prompt, make it clear and simple, and also it is going to help us with the credit spending, and also recommending 3 image generation models for this specific design. So here is the clean Higgsfield prompt, and it is also recommending to use the Z image model, which is one of the models available on Higgsfield, to generate this design. And then I confirmed the recommendation and I asked it to proceed with the Z image model. And here is the great part with this skill. It provided me 2 options before creating the design, a draft option and a variant option. The draft pass is an image that would cost 0.15 of the credits, while the variant pass is 4 images with also 1 credit, which is going to cost also 0.15. So it's basically showing me the credits that are going to be deducted to generate both options. And usually this number of credits will be much higher if I ask it to generate images using other models like the Nano Banana, for example. And here is the image that was finally generated. So for another example, I asked it to generate the design using the GPT Image 2 model, and it provided me 2 options, a draft option of a low quality, which will take 0.5 of the credits, and the full render option of a high quality that will take 12 credits. As you can see, the difference is huge. So I'll ask it to draft or to work on option 1 first, which is the draft, to see the design first. And if I like it, I can ask it to generate the full render. And by doing this, I can save lots of credits. So instead of working on the full render right away, I can always generate drafts, save credits until I am satisfied with a design. And then as I can proceed with generating the final render, which is going to consume more credits eventually. So this is how this skill is important, by providing you, every time you ask for an image or video generation, it is going to provide you with different options, draft option or a low quality option, in addition to a high quality option, and compare the credits and provide you like an analysis, and you can always choose which one you would like to work with instead of just generating your final result with a high quality renders. For the final part of this video, we are going to ask Codex to do some enhancements or changes to this skill. So what we are going to do now is simply press on the / button and write skill creator, and this will add this skill creator feature to update our skill. And I'm going to write that I need to update the Higgsfield token helper skill to use the Chat GPT image 2, the Nano Banana Pro, and the Flux AI models every time I ask it to generate t-shirt designs. And now Codex is going to update the Higgsfield token helper skill by adding the new command of prioritizing the 3 AI models every time the user is asking for a t-shirt design, instead of working on recommending other AI models when the skill is activated. And if we wait until it finishes and go to check the saved skills, and if we search for the Higgsfield token helper skill and press on it, we can see that this is the script of the skill. We can of course enable it or disable it every time we want to, and we can see the script of the skill, how or when it is used and when Codex recalls it. And here we can see that it added the required t-shirt design model set. It clearly mentions that when the user asks for a t-shirt design, the GPT Image 2, the Nano Banana Pro, and the Flux models are the preferred one, so that it activates these 3 models only every time a t-shirt design is being requested. So that was a quick tutorial on how you can connect Higgsfield to your Codex or ChatGPT account using the Higgsfield MCP. By the way, the same method works with Claude and other AI agents. You will find the link in the video description that will take you directly to Higgsfield MCP. Again, you need to have an active ChatGPT account, at least a Pro account, and an active Higgsfield account to do the connection. See you in the next one.